What's up guys, Javier from That Racing Channel. We have a super crazy episode for you today. We're a little bit outside of our normal territory here. We are in Tavares, Florida. Behind me we have a ridiculously fast jet ski making upwards of 1,200 horsepower. I mean, we came out here thinking we were gonna find some ridiculous 5, 6, 7, maybe 800 horsepower jet skis. But Brian and Fizzle did not disappoint. And that's not the only one. There's a couple more. I think there's another one that makes like 1,000 or maybe north of 1,000. Another one makes 800. These things have massive turbos on them. I cannot wait to check these things out. Let's do it. All right, so let's check this thing out. What's up, Brian?
What's up, man?
Good to see you, bro.
Good to see you.
So let's go ahead and unveil this thing. Jesus. That is a massive precision turbo. What do you think about that, Nick?
Honestly, I don't know what to say. This is way more extreme than anything I could have imagined.
Honestly, we had no idea what to expect. This is the first time we're filming anything like watercraft related. This is freaking crazy. Can't wait to show you guys the startup.
So basically, it's a 2017 Yamaha GP 1800. Nothing special, stock hull, turbocharged, obviously big turbo, built motors. It's a 1.8 liter dual overhead cam. Basically based off like a Mitsubishi engine. It's the stock factory engine that it came with. We just removed the supercharger with a big ass turbo in the back, upgraded parts in the motor, mechanical fuel pump, big injectors, E85 still, no methanol or anything like that. We're still running on can E85. So just a lot of boost, a lot of nitrous.
That's it, man. Fast. A lot of fun.
Yeah.
So this thing probably makes north of 1,000 horsepower, you're saying?
Yeah, it's got, I mean, based on the speed that we get out of it and based on dyno numbers that I've seen from other engines with smaller turbos without nitrous, all that stuff, yeah. I mean, we're running a 1,300 horsepower turbo with nitrous on top of it. So, I mean, it's got to be, and to push those speeds, you got to be running up there.
So where do you guys hide the nitrous in this thing?
Nitrous goes right in the front of the hood.
So you don't got the bottle in there yet,
inside that hole.
But you got a little bright, a little sneaky peek out there. I see, all right. Competition better watch out. But I'm ready to see this thing go make some rips. Dude, that is insane.
That's unbelievable.
Nicholas, I'm speechless right now.
Bro, that's like louder than some cars we film at the track, like 100%.
So we got to meet this rider that has just balls of straight steel.
Balls of steel. Okay.
Who's riding this thing? Because it ain't gonna be me. My man, right here. We're gonna have to see you in action here, bro. So where on here does he fit his balls?
Well, they move around.
guys did the magic right here.
There's the G.
All right.
high.
135.
Yeah.
And then it came out.
135. Both GPSs.
135.
135, all of them.
All
Show
of
it, Jose Luis. What do you have to say?
Well,
Who do you want to thank?
I want to thank, first of all, Brian. Thanks God first, and Brian.
Brian, this guy right here.
I
Follow
want to
him on
thank my
Instagram.
family for supporting me.
Oh my God, we're so excited.
Sí, me brincó. 135. 135. It's live. You didn't see it? 135. Man.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah, you know very yesterday, huh?
Hell
Very
yeah.
live, huh?
Hell yeah, brother.
Very live.
You guys did it. Let's get that. 135. That's bananas, dude. That's just insane. Guys, that is absolutely insane. This thing just went 135 mile an hour, set the world record for top speed.
Now, Brian built both the fastest speeds. Brian built the one over 127 and Brian built that one.
That's so cool. Hell yeah. What do you think? We did it. Bro. We did it. You guys said you were going to do it.
Full weight.
You did it.
Full weight. Stock gas tank. I mean, on a GP.
Crazy, bro.
Brian is definitely the best guy. Nobody believed in FCR. He did it. He set the world record with the jet ski that everybody said was impossible. Now he did it with the GP. Everybody said the GP doesn't run, and he did it.
Insane. Insane, dude. We're out here at Hydro Drags 2020, Tavares, Florida. Huge shout out to Mikey Young, Manny from MVP Productions. They're showing us the ropes out here. It's our first time out here, and they came out swinging. That is just no words. This dude has a huge set of balls. Congratulations, man. You guys just set the world record. So top speed world record, 135 mile an hour. How's it feel, man? I know you had your hands in the last world record, so
Yeah.
I mean, you're just killing it out here, man.
It's just good to show like anybody who didn't realize how much I was involved with the last one, with basically building the ski. The only thing I didn't do was build the engine. This one I just completely built myself. Built it, tuned it, did the complete setup on the ski, everything like that, and shove it right up everybody's.
My man. Dude, you guys came out swinging. You proved it, and
Thanks.
Congratulations, man.
Thanks, man. All right, so I'm Brian Kirchberger, and basically I build and tune. We got a GP 1800 Yamaha. They basically came out with it in 17. Engine-wise on this one, you're starting off with a Yamaha Marine engine, 1.8 liter. It comes factory in all the skis, and it's a dual overhead cam, solid lifter, 16 valve. It's basically based off a Mitsubishi engine. You know, as far as my experience and looking at it and knowing and stuff like that. Still, you know, it's an open deck on the bottom. We're not sealing it, anything like that. We're basically, the block is completely stock. You know, stock block, stock crank, stock head. You know, as far as that goes, just aftermarket parts. And that's been a work in progress. The hull's been like a super slow hull, all that stuff, but we've been getting it to run some numbers. Took a you know, more than a year just consistently playing with it and making passes and hundreds of passes and breaking crankshafts and blowing motors up and stuff like that, and mostly breaking stuff. We break parts, throw rods out, we break crankshafts like nobody's out. I mean, these crankshafts, they break right in half. We got to work on getting that better, but you know, it's just hitting it with so much power, so much nitrous, and it just has so much acceleration and stuff like that. But that motor basically, it's an aluminum rod motor that we run. Pistons are custom pistons, are all reinforced, same stuff as the car stuff. Still on a stock sleeve. We run a different kind of head gasket, callus, valve springs and retainers, and callus valves. The head's pretty simple, regular factory cams and stuff like that. Nothing special on that end. But you know, when it comes on the turbo end, you know, that's what it counts. You know, you're trying to hit it with as much power as you can. So turbo size, we're just running. You know, we're not running anything crazy on a turbo. We run a 72, 75 turbo on that. You know, it's the 1200 horsepower one. We just spray it. You know, this is what it's about. You know, you got to make power in these things. You got to spray them with nitrous.
So how much do you guys spray the ski?
So basically, we won't say anything about how much we sprayed, how big the shot is, or anything like that. But you know, it's enough. The customer I deal with, he doesn't have, you know, he's not to have the hugest budget in the world. So we don't have like big $2,000 billet manifolds on it. We're basically running the factory intake manifold that's modified. We have a direct port nitrous system on it. The exhaust manifold, we're still running a wet exhaust manifold, water cooled, with just a simple pipe that goes up to the turbo. Nothing crazy, you know. There's guys out there that are running, you know, all the Gato stuff. You guys don't know what Gato is, and you know, they run the just a hot header, stuff like that. Crazy amount. Like the builds look crazy. We're things very simple. I mean, it's still got the fire extinguisher in it. It's not cut inside. It's not a gutted ski. It's a factory ski inside. We got pulled over by the cops the other day. It's got full registration. It's basically like a fast version of a street car, you know, fully legal street car. We've been posting up some videos here and there, a little 170, 120, but you know, we're gonna try to put up some numbers. You know, the ski has been, you know, we have a 132 sitting in our pocket. So whether or not we'll be able to make that happen with these conditions and stuff like that tomorrow, or if guys might be able to beat it, but it's on a GP. Everybody says that the GP don't run. You know, so we're trying to break ground and set records with that. Biggest thing with us is that restricts us is we got jet pumps, and jet pumps you can lose. You know, if you have an engine, you know, these engines that are 35, 40 pounds of boost on a supercharger, you know, you could be making 500, 600. Some of these guys running high compression, got these things running real good. They might be making more than 600. You know, the world's fastest supercharger ski went 117 miles an hour. Those guys are making big power. So a lot of it has to do with the hull. You know, hull setups. You're trying to fly this thing. You know, in a boat or a jet ski or anything like that, the thing's it's in the water. You're trying to go across water. It's hard to move. It's not like a car. So if you could fly this boat in the air and keep it in the air, with also trying to keep it in the water to get that water into the jet pump, you're gonna get some speed out of it. It's a different game, you know, you're one-to-one drive shaft, so we're holding these things wide open at 10,300 RPMs or so for 5-6 seconds at a clip. You know, where a car, you're just kind of running through it and you're just shifting. And so it's a different game. We're trying to make max power, the highest RPM we can, because that's where we get our speed from. The highest speed that you can run is going to based off the highest RPM you can run. So, you know, every 100 RPM is basically going to give you a mile per hour. You know, so it comes into the prop, the size of the prop, you know, as far as pitching it, and you're starting off with millimeter, you know, too. So you got, you know, the diameter of the prop too, that matters, and you got nozzles in the back, you got the angle of the nozzle, and then you got ride plate. You know, people all have their own opinion about the ride plates underneath. The ride plate bolts up to the bottom of the hull, and that's basically what the ski rides on. You know, it's coming across the water, and that plate is basically keeping the ski. You're trying to fly it, but you're also trying to keep it down to where it doesn't start to bounce. You know, if you got enough horsepower where you can fly that boat and keep it in the air, that thing's gonna stay up and it's gonna run numbers. The rest of it is just basically, you know, everybody has their own kind of way of their secrets and stuff like that. Engine wise and stuff like that, and horsepower wise, the more boost, more power, same thing as a car pretty much. You're moving water instead of a tire. You know, you could put what a lot of people are doing. They put big turbos on them. There's guys now, they're gonna come here with 76, 85s. You know what they're running these shits on the cars? The Hondas, they're making 70 something pounds of boost on them. They're running, you know, 7s, the all-wheel drive cars, they're running 7s. They're taking these turbos and they're putting them on the skis, you know? And they're hitting them with all that power. We had a 1,300 horsepower turbo on it, right? And we were running everything that it could run. Basically close the wastegate and send it. And then we hit it with a shot of nitrous on top of that. You can only guesstimate, I mean, it gotta be making 1,200, all a bit of it. You know, so it's up there, I would think. I was a big part of another ski that set the world record. Before, you know, I basically did that whole entire hull. I set up everything on that ski. Prop, ride plates, built the hull from scratch. You know, he brought me just a bare hull, and I did the whole thing in his backyard, in Ernesto's backyard, and built that whole ski. And he, you know, basically that guy was like a pilot. You know, he basically he rode the ski and he built the engine. That's in the past. That was years ago. We set that record. We still hold that record to this day. It's 127.7. Nobody's been able to beat it. But this weekend, people are saying that they're going to come. So we've been working on it real hard on this ski, and we've put up some numbers with it. Hopefully it's enough to take the record and keep it. But even if it isn't, it's still, we're doing it on something that everybody says that it can't be done on. So I think we'll still be the talk. So, you know, when I came from the cars, once I figured out what a turbo was back in like 1997, it was game on from there. I had a Mazda MX-6 and had that, upgraded that turbo, and then I got introduced to the Volkswagen VR6 game. You know, I had a Jetta VR6 4-door grocery getter. There's a company, they're huge now, ATP turbo. You know, and talked to that guy when he was first starting out, and he sent me a turbo kit that he made. It was just some run of the mill, and I told him I'm gonna be your fastest guy, all that stuff. And put that thing together, and we basically started running numbers. They came down into the 11s with streetcar, ran 11.7, and went to 11.4. Used to go to MIR and run, run Nopi. I mean, you're talking old school, 2002, 2001. I mean, it's almost 20 years now. And it was a battle who could get to the 9s first. And I got linked up with this guy, Schimmel Performance. We basically built a car, and we knew we had to build a motor. So we built a motor, put an ATP, the Garrett, when Garrett was first came out with the GT40 turbo, that 62 millimeter. We put that thing on there. We went out, we ran a 9-second pass, 9.9 on the first day. And then the second day we went back out and ran 9.7. And then we did a couple more little things and then went 9.60. And then basically that was in September of 03. But by November, I was spent. I had it, and then that's when the jet ski thing in 2004 kind of came around. They came out with supercharged jet skis, and then that was like a whole nother world from there.